And we're live. Cool. All right.
Yep.
So, hey everybody, welcome to a little talks and thoughts here on my channel. I got Ivan here with me. It's totally awesome to have you here, dude. Like, as like a little late decision.
Mhm.
I was contemplating all day to do this, and it's really cool
Yeah,
that I got to do this, and especially with you. So it's really cool.
I appreciate it, man. I'm glad I can stop by. I was like,
So basically, this is the whole Yeah,
no, no, it's okay.
yeah,
You go
dude,
ahead.
absolutely.
Mhm. Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, no, you go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say like it was really cool that you got a chance to be here.
Yeah, right
Yeah, I
on,
was
man.
gonna
Of
say like
course.
it was really cool that you got a chance to be here. Like, I wasn't sure if I was gonna do it by myself. Yeah, and
Hmm.
so I'm really looking forward to this.
Right
Basically,
on,
the
man.
whole topic of all this is that I have been very behind on content, and yeah, and I wanted to talk. There's videos I wanted to record to give my thoughts on certain stuff, like the Spider-Man, the new Batman, and everything. So I thought, why not just do this? Go live and just talk about it. All of it all at once. You know.
Okay, fair enough.
So I thought I'd just get it out in the open, and I wanted to say yeah, and the first topic I wanted to get out was the Sony and Disney deal is like set where doors are closed. Sony isn't like
Okay, so
gonna give the right around to Disney. Uh, I don't know what were you. Yeah, over.
no, I was gonna say so they closed. They're pretty much closing the book on that case. So I was gonna ask like what was their reasoning for not wanting to like move out of the deal?
Yeah, it's like saying that like for the moment the door is closed. That the deal that was made by the CEO of Sony, and I got
Hmm.
this news update from comicbook.com,
Okay.
and it was just basically saying that like they just couldn't come to terms to agreement, and so with like them keeping the full rights again of Spider-Man, that they only gave the coexisting deal for Spider-Man to make appearances and everything in the MCU,
Hmm.
and basically it's just like I feel like it was all about the money basically, and like they just couldn't come to terms to agreement, and Sony they really didn't care. Um,
Hmm.
but they're making it sound like as if like they have no problem making deals later on in the future, but for as of this moment, the door is closed with Spider-Man not returning to the MCU.
Okay, fair enough. So was it like so? Obviously, you said it was a money deal. So like, was it too expensive, or they just really couldn't find a good middle ground for what they want to do? Because that seems like this seems like that's what it's about. Seems like that's too much or that's too little, or like what do you think? What do you think is the case there?
I think the case is just the money wise. I think Sony just wanted to make they wanted the best out of the deal, and like because it
Mm-hmm.
seems like Sony just didn't really care about the money, and Disney was literally just trying to do this for the fans. I feel like the past couple of years Disney has been doing so well getting stuff out for the fans in general, like to
Yeah.
where they will put out so much money to where they barely make a profit sometimes, and sometimes
Mm-hmm.
they score and they make an amazing profit. And Sony, they just it seems like Sony just cared about the money. That's what it's looking at this point.
Okay, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I can totally understand because it does sound like Disney was really, and you're right. I haven't really watched too much of the MCU movies, but I can tell that they're really trying to put it out there for the fans, and that's very respectable. But if one's trying to put out content and once you're doing it for the money, there's gonna be some conflict, is what it's sounding like. And it seems like Disney doesn't want to get caught up in that. So at least that's what I'm
Yeah,
getting out of
definitely.
it. Yeah, it seems like that's what I'm getting out of it.
Yeah,
So do you think they made the right choice, like getting out of the deal, or like what are your future thoughts on this? Like, do you think they're gonna pursue it when the opportunity presents itself again?
I think Disney would definitely want to try to like take the opportunity again when it presents itself,
Mm-hmm.
because like I said, it seems like Disney the past couple of years have been thinking a lot about. Actually, like I know people try to look at it negatively when Disney bought Fox. Like like they want to control everything. But like the way I see it, like they want to produce more product for the fans, and especially by purchasing Fox as well, they got the rights back to Fantastic Four, X-Men, and but now Sony pulled out, and like they no longer have the rights again to Spider-Man, and so it's like now the only ones out of Disney's control really is Spider-Man, and I guess you could say a little bit of the Hulk, because the
Mm-hmm.
Hulk belongs to Universal Studios,
Mm-hmm.
and like they can't make a solo film of the Hulk without like Universal Studios taking full control of the coexisting deal, like how how they had it with Sony for Spider-Man. But,
Okay.
I don't know. It's a pretty. I feel like it's a shame. It really is a shame.
Yeah, it is because honestly, because
hang on a sec.
it's okay.
What the hell?
Why? What's going on?
No, literally, hang on a sec. I'll tell you right now. Give me a sec.
Take your time, dude. Take your time.
Oh no, how do I do this?
Da 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 da.
Um,
Well, until he gets this fixed up, I guess I'll just give my thoughts quickly. So,
I am literally. I'm gonna message you it.
Okay. Message you it on here on the stream.
I'm gonna message you in the private chat real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Is this
I'm not sure if I'm spelling the name right.
It's
But
okay.
you know who's in the chat?
Yeah, who's in the chat? Oh. Okay, got it.
Who do you think's been? Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
And I don't know what to do.
Who's in the chat right now? Text it to me. I don't have my iPad, so I can see it.
Okay.
Yes, just message it to me because I don't have my iPad on me.
I texted you in the private chat and the.
Yeah. Just type in the StreamYards.
All right. Let me see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, hold tight.
All right. I sent it.
Okay. I understand. I got you.
Okay, sent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just ignore that for now. As well, let's just keep an eye on it for the most part. That's fine. Let's just keep doing our thing as long as she's being cool about it. What? What happened?
Yeah.
What happened? It was so funny.
All right. So basically, you wanted to give your. Yeah, no, I just think it's hilarious, the whole situation. But you want to give your thoughts about how you felt about all this?
Oh yeah, what I felt about because like I said before, I think they were because I really haven't watched much of the MCU movies because this is not really my thing, but I thought they were pretty stellar, and I'm sure Disney can really make whatever movies they want to do, whether they want to do a Spider-Man movie or a Hulk movie or hell even the Fantastic Four movie, because as we know the Fantastic movies suck, all of them do. So I think it's almost a lost opportunity because I could totally see them killing it with Spider-Man. So another question I have, so like, what is this gonna mean for for the Spider-Verse essentially for the movie? So how do you think that's gonna go about in the future? Do you think they're gonna get themselves together or they're just gonna do?
Well, for Sony, I feel like for Sony this is like a plus for them because like they did so well with the Spider-Verse movie, and then they did very well with Venom that they could definitely they're finally getting on the right track with Spider-Man and genre in general. But for Disney, for the MCU, I don't know how they're going to move forward with this because like how are they going to explain what happened to Spider-Man when Spider-Man has been so involved thus far in the MCU?
Yeah, that's a massive issue.
The only thing I could think of. Yeah, and the only thing I could think of is that I heard there's talks of the next Doctor Strange movie involving where Scarlet Witch is with him, and it involves the multiverse, the actual multiverse. I know they teased it in the last Spider-Man movie, Far From Home, but they teased it. But like in the next Doctor Strange movie, it's literally called like I don't remember, it was like something involving the multiverse. So I feel like this could kind of maybe fix that in a way, like of explaining probably what happened to Spider-Man. I don't know. It sucks.
Yeah,
I feel like the whole thing's in chaos right now.
Yeah. So needless to say, they're not getting their shit together, and that could potentially ruin the continuity of the Spider-Verse because what's gonna happen now if you're not getting the rights to it, like okay, now it's all gonna be speculation at this point. Like we want to know what happened, so it's either up to the new. If that Strange movie is going to happen, it's up to them to explain what's happened to Spider-Man. But I mean, that kind of defeats the purpose of knowing what happens to him itself. Instead of being told from another story. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that can, I don't know
Yeah.
what to make. I don't know what to make of
Yeah,
it
I
because
get
I can understand Sony's point of view, but Disney, they're gonna have to do a lot of rewriting by themselves or whoever. Like I don't know how that works, but it's not looking good at the moment. It's what it sounds like. Like that's it's kind of crazy that it's kind of crazy to think
I'm
that.
hoping they can figure out something.
Yeah, same here because, like I said, I'm not too invested in it, but if the fans care about it, I have to kind of agree because it has to make sense. Don't just toss it in there and then pretend it's not going to happen. And then if it is going to happen, don't let it be like 10 years down the road when no one's going to give a shit anymore. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much my take on it.
Yeah.
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 So
I get you.
yeah. So that's pretty much my thought on it.
And I totally agree. I totally agree with you on that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've kind of already ran down my initial thoughts about it. I am a huge Spider-Man fan. Spider-Man is literally my number one superhero.
Right on.
From Marvel or even just all in all, Spider-Man is my favorite superhero, and it's a shame to see that the character when he finally came to the MCU and now he's gone. And it sucks. I had my own reasons of why I feel like the character should. Yeah, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I'm sorry. I mean, go ahead.
All right. Well, I was just saying that, like, I feel like for me, I had my own reasons on why I feel like the character should have been a little different, but it's all good. Like, I already got used to it, and now he's gone, and it's just a shame, and it sucks.
Fair enough. So, like I said, hopefully they get it together because you're bringing a pretty good character, into the MCU universe. It's like I think it's about time to have his own, time to shine in that world. But if it is gonna happen, I just hope they get it soon because that'll be a massive disappointment, especially when the MCU's done so well, especially with Endgame and all this other stuff going on. And I do want to touch on one quick note. I'm really bothered by how the Hulk looks.
Yeah.
Like, he just looks too human for my taste. I'm just like, this looks so fun. I'm like, what is that? Yeah, I was like, what is this? I'm like, why does he look like that? It looks so weird and out of place. I'm like, yes, this is like afterwards, but like, with fucking 5 o'clock shadow, like make him look. I'm just like if I saw that in a movie theater, I'm just like, yes. I'm like, that's just distracting. I'm like, why do you make him look? It looks weird. You know what I mean? That's my only gripe. It looks weird as hell to make the Hulk an actual person with a fucking 5 o'clock shadow business suit, and it's just like, oh my god! Like I already saw this movie. I thought this was gonna be a complete shitstorm. You know what I mean? Has anybody actually complained about that, or am I the only one?
Oh my god! Yeah, I know.
Like, has anybody actually complained about how the Hulk looks?
What you're talking about. For real.
Yeah, like
there's some people who complained. More people just complained more.
Yeah. No, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I feel like more people complained more about how the Hulk he couldn't redeem himself after the last movie where he completely got destroyed by Thanos and that was it, and he didn't want to come out. Like Hulk got completely destroyed, and that was it. Like I feel like they completely killed Hulk's character, and that's it. Like there was no redemption arc for him in dealing with Thanos. It was just a shame.
Okay, so I'm guessing that's why he kind of looks the way he does, try to act like a normal person. I guess if that's the reason, that's just like, I just hope that they make
It was more.
Go ahead.
No, it was more that Bruce ended up figuring out a way of how to combine his mind with the Hulk power, so he is in full control of the Hulk, and he's always Hulk. So like he figured out how to, they quote, say he's the best of two worlds.
Oh, okay, I got you. So he has Bruce's brain power as well as the Hulk's strength, so that could honestly work. I mean, he could pretty much be like an overpowered character at this point because he has the massive strength of the Hulk as well as Bruce is intelligent. Bruce is a smart dude, so that could really work to his favor if he decides to get back in action again. I just hope like the future movies they kind of give him some redeeming qualities because I still think it's awkward how he looks. Like he's like a Hulk version of Bruce Banner, it's just that's just very off-putting for me. So I just hope they do something with that. That's just my opinion. That's how I feel about that. It's just the look that bothers me. But what you just said, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want to talk about the next thing, or go ahead?
I don't know. Yeah, I feel like with that we could move on to the next topic.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me see. The next topic we got, I wanted to talk about is Robert Pattinson being Batman. I never got a chance to talk about this and get it off my chest. You know, for me, I was very unsure about Robert Pattinson playing the role of Batman now. After I am terrible with actors' names. The previous Batman that was in Justice League and Batman vs Superman. What's his name? I can't remember his name. I'm not sure.
I can't remember his name either. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot. Someone can tell us in the chat or in the comments. So I don't really pay attention to this stuff.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
I am terrible with names, but basically, yeah, go for it.
No, you go ahead. I was gonna say Henry Cavill, but like, no, that's Superman. I got that mixed up, but.
Oh no, yeah, no.
Yeah, that was completely off.
Totally two different people.
Yeah, that was completely off. That got to show my knowledge. That got to show my knowledge of superhero movies. I just don't care enough to know. But what were you gonna make, dude?
But I was already kind of like warming up more to freaking A, what is his name? The previous actor that played as Batman. I was already warming up to him at first. I wasn't sure about him, but he won me over. But now he's out. And then they get Robert Pattinson, and I've never been a big fan of his. I never really followed much of his career as acting. The only thing I am mostly familiar with him being in is Twilight. You know, and
that's a red flag right there.
I don't know. It's hard to picture him as Batman at first, and.
I'm like, when you said Twilight, I'm like, okay, I get why. Twilight. Ew. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And I have like I don't know. It's so weird, and like it's hard to picture him being Batman because he's a very skinny dude. But I'm pretty sure with enough time, he could probably add muscle on or whatever, you know. But from the news I've been hearing is that especially from Cosmic booknews.com is that he's been that the new movie role with him is he's gonna be a younger Batman, like whereas maybe he just became Batman almost, and it's gonna be more of the genius detective.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
I think is actually pretty cool if they go this route with him being the genius. Yeah, if they go the route with him being the genius detective, I am very invested in that because I feel like we have yet to see that side of Batman on the big screen.
Yes, as an actual detective instead of someone just beating the shit out of somebody.
You know, if you really think about it.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. It's like it's a good way to mix it up a little bit.
Yes.
Like, shows why he's a detective, shows why he's such a badass, and then go to the fight scenes. You know what I mean? Because that's what I noticed. Like it was mostly like I guess 80% action and a little bit of detective work.
Exactly.
But let's see a good amount of detective work. Shows why that he's the detective. You know what I mean? And I think what you said makes sense. If they go with that role, then I can totally understand him. You know, being an actor. It's kind of like when Superman and Batman, for instance, came out, and I got that guy to play Lex Luthor. He was supposedly a younger Luthor. And I'm guessing young Luthor had hair. So I'm just like, why the fuck did they choose this kid as Luthor? One, he looks young, he's bald, and he's not bald. And I'm just like, but then they say, okay, it's a young Luthor. I'm like, okay, that makes a little sense. But it's still like, you know what I mean? So in that regard, yeah, I can understand. But when you said Twilight again, I'm just like, what, skinny Twilight equals red flag. Go ahead. We can say.
No, I was just like, yeah, I'm just, I don't know, like, I lost my train of thought.
That's funny.
Like, it's for them to bring in the role of him playing the genius detective. I could warm up to it a little bit because it's like I said, it's something we haven't seen yet, and I don't know, like. He could portray the look a little bit, you know, wearing the suit of him looking like Bruce Wayne, you know, it's just hard to picture him looking like Batman a little bit. I don't know. It's really hard to say.
It's it's pretty much the
But I
bat.
guess
It's like
we would have to wait and see. Like, let's see what they go with.
yeah, it was pretty much like Bruce Wayne. I was gonna say it's Bruce Wayne or Batman on a hunger strike. I'm like, no, that's no bueno. So I'm sorry, man. I didn't cut you off. I'm sorry, I didn't cut you off. What were you gonna say?
No, that's all good. Like, but like even like yeah, it's like I don't know. Like we have to wait and see. Like I don't want to judge too harshly right off the bat. I'm 50-50. And but then even how you brought up about the actor that played as Lex Luthor, he acted more like the Riddler in a way of like it was just like he was to me not Lex Luthor.
Yeah, I think it would have made more sense to have like a Riddler.
Like I don't know how they got that wrong.
Like you know how Jim Carrey played the Riddler in one of the previous Batman movies? Do you remember that one? That was good.
Yes.
That in my opinion was great. I will say Tommy Lee Jones' Two-Face is a little Two-Face. Like it doesn't match up well. But Jim Carrey as Riddler, I was like, you know what? Yes. Because he's funny and he's like I actually took him seriously as a villain in that movie. So if they brought him back as a Riddler, I would not complain. I'd be like, yes, because I think he killed it. That's he was easily one of my favorite parts in that movie. I'm just like, yes, like he's Riddler, he's jokey, he's funny, and like and like you said, like the guy like to play Luthor. I'm like, you know what? Like if not young Luthor, maybe like a young Riddler. Like I don't like either that or nothing at all because I really can't see that look in any other part of the universe, you know what I mean? Sorry for that tangent, but yeah, I digress.
Oh yeah, it's all good. I totally get it. But all in all, I am looking forward to the whole genius detective route of Batman because, like I said, we hardly get that, we never got that actually, and. If they do it as well as they did with like the Arkham games, like the Arkham Asylum and all that, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
It would be so good.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it'd be also cool to see like someone play Nightwing or whatever, an actual actor that actually can portray Nightwing. You know what I mean? Not just Robin, but like actual Nightwing, or maybe Jason Todd or whoever. You know, I think that'd be fun because it's opening doors for like characters like for I consider underrated. Well, not that he's not, but Nightwing's like so underrated. But I think like he should be in the Star of his own show, kind of like how Ismail Hawk had Nightwing series, which is fantastic, and I recommend you look at that. Very well done. I wish they did more with it, but I would love to see that in a future Batman movie. Have someone playing Nightwing or Jason Todd, which is Red Hood. Like something like that would be cool to see. So I think they have a good opportunity. But like you said, to go to the detective route, it could work with what's his name again? I'm sorry, I lost my shit. What's the guy's name again?
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson. Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah. So I could totally see that role working in a detective role. But as Batman's I hope you like put a little some weight, put some muscle, and then we'll talk. But we'll just have to see where it goes, like you said.
Yeah, definitely. And it would be cool to see like a Nightwing or Robin. But if he's gonna be playing the role of a younger, like middle-aged kind of Batman, maybe in his mid-20s or late 20s, I'm guessing, because he still looks young. That I'm guessing they might want to go with a Robin transitioning to Nightwing.
That makes sense. Yeah.
You know that kind of age a little bit. You know.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. And then I'm curious about like what's his name. And then I'm curious about what's his name. Was it Joaquin Phoenix, the guy that's gonna be playing as Joker?
I think so. Yeah, I think it was him. What's your take on that?
Like, you know about the Joker? Yeah. I'm wondering if they're gonna. Like, I'm looking forward to that a lot, honestly. It's looking very good. They're turning Joker's story they're showing very much of his story becoming very much of a tragic kind of story. You know, like instead of him just initially being the evil psychotic villain, that it is a unique way of showing how like his story is more tragic. But I'm wondering if in the end, if he's gonna be alive, and then they'll show him being more psychotic.
That's true.
That's true. But I'm wondering if they will tie him in with the Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, that's true. It's like, how would he be able to do it? Because currently, right now, we don't know too much. We don't know too much about the plot of the story yet. But I think I'll be a competent Joker because I'm not gonna lie. The Dark Knight series Joker. Wait, what's it? The Dark Knight series Joker. He was amazing. That was Joker as like, get the fuck away from him. So I think that was really good. Since he passed away. But my thing is like you said about like you said about the backstory. I like the fact that they're gonna give him. Maybe he has already a backstory. Maybe they're gonna change it up. So, like you said, more of a tragic. Make it so where it kind of makes sense that we don't lose credibility, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Don't make it so tragic that we feel bad, and then like, okay, so why? So at least make it make sense. Make it like, okay, that's why he's like that. Make it like we respect it, if that makes any sense. Like, don't take it out of context. Don't make it so sappy. Tie it in well. Make it make sense, like the Maleficent movie. I don't know if you've seen it. Disney's Maleficent. Like, instead of Maleficent like just being
honestly, that slipped past me.
Oh, okay. But like the Maleficent movie,
I'm saying that movie actually slipped past me. I have yet to see it.
Okay, it's pretty much based on Sleeping Beauty, so there's no real plot to it, but they gave her a backstory. I'm not going to go into it in case you haven't seen it, but like as you know, the original Sleeping Beauty, she was just evil for the sake of it, like a fucking rabid animal. In that movie, they gave her a reason why she's evil, and that's why I respect that movie. I respect Maleficent because that's why she's evil. So I like that, and I like the fact that they're going that route with Joker as well. But in this case, I think it's going to be a little more tricky how they're going to pull it off, because Joker's a pretty complex character, especially with all the iterations of him in the past. From whenever he was conceived to now, it has to make some kind of sense to give him that. It has to make sense. It has to tie in well, because it's just going to look weird, even to the people who are not as familiar. But that's my worry, and I just hope they do it right.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Same here. I really hope they get it right on for the Joker movie and even the next Batman movie. I really hope they do it justice. I really hope they do it well. I hope Robert Pattinson proves all the critics wrong. I hope he proves me wrong and wins me over. Like, fingers crossed, because I'm a fan of the Batman character. And I feel like there's been too many transitions of the Batman in the past couple of years.
Yeah, just don't be
I guess with that we can go to our.
I was gonna say, don't be like a fucking George Clooney character.
Go for it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't be like a George Clooney, where he was okay as Bruce Wayne, but Batman, it was like, no. He may as well fucking have Penguin as Catwoman. Like, it was that out of place.
Yeah.
Yes, but that's my little thought. But yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
I feel like with that, we can move on to the last topic.
Yeah.
What did we talk about? It's funny. Is Telltale Games being revived as Telltale Games being revived as a new company with the rights to now The Wolf Among Us and the Batman series. This article I looked up on was from IGN.com, and it talks about how basically, I believe it was Skybound bought the rights for to continue and revive the Wolf Among Us Telltale series, and, which is when we finally got the end of Clementine's story from The Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Why did I say Wolf Among Us? But
Wolf Among Us.
Well, this new company now has bought the rest of the this new company has bought the rest of the rights to everything else from Telltale's. They're gonna see about reviving and continuing the series of The Wolf Among Us, Batman. That they have yet to see if they're gonna continue. What were the other ones? They're gonna see there's no word yet on the properties like Borderlands, Game of Thrones, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Minecraft, because those were also Telltale series that they did. There's no word on that yet, but basically their main focus is that they're possibly going to continue on with the season 2 of The Wolf Among Us, because fans were promised that the Telltales that they were going to do a season 2.
Okay.
And they're going to see about possibly doing another season of Batman. Which is pretty cool, honestly. Let me see, what was the company's name?
Okay.
Let me see. Oh, it's called Galaxy Pest Control. What?
Galaxy Pest Control.
I guess that's the company name.
Galaxy Pest Control. What kind of name is that?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Okay, good choice of name there, people.
I don't
But
know. Yeah, like
I mean, now I can't get over that name. What the fuck is that name of that pest control? Are you an actual pest control company or a video game company? You know, it's just like that's bad. That's bad. That's a bad marketing brand right there. Change the name.
Yeah.
Galaxy Pest Control. I'm like, I think there's a store similar to that name near my house. Something similar to that. I'm like really? Like you could have come up with a better name than that. I could have come up with a better name, like Galaxy Entertainment or some shit. You know, something like that. But
yeah,
I digress. My thought. So I guess it is cool that Galaxy Pest Control is gonna revive The Wolf Among Us and the Batman scene. I think that's cool. You know, they're gonna continue it. It's just because when you talk about like they say they're made do it with like Minecraft or whatever, I think Minecraft is still pretty popular with Telltale, if I'm not mistaken. Like I don't know if they're still really working on that. So if they are, then I don't foresee them. I don't foresee them taking it anytime soon. I don't know for sure if they're still really updating the game or whatever. So if I get that wrong, I'm sorry, but that's just what I'm thinking. Because I know Minecraft is still pretty popular. Like, PewDiePie playing it. So many other streamers are playing it. So I figure, okay, are Telltale still going to work on it, or are they going to take the whole thing, or Galaxy Pest Control is going to take the whole thing? So that's my thought. But I think it's cool that they're going to continue with the Wolf Among Us series because I'm sure a lot of people, I'm sure yourself, like that game quite a bit. Am I right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I love the Wolf Among Us Telltale series game. It is one of my favorite ones from Telltale's, other than the Batman and the Walking Dead. I'm a fan of the Guardians of the Galaxy one. I feel like that one could have been done a little better at some points, but like I'm a fan of them, and like for them to actually say that we're gonna revive it, we're gonna continue it. Like I feel like it's something more for like they're doing this for their fans in a way. They're gonna continue what the fans like really enjoy doing. Or enjoy playing. I mean, and I think it's cool. I can't wait for them to start working on season 2 of The Wolf Among Us. Really looking forward to that.
That's awesome. That's cool. Although I do have a concern is that while it is cool that they're going to revive it, like is there already a story already preset for those games, or do they have to do that story by scratch? Because my thing is, will they do a good job on the story? I don't need to be like a downer or a jinxer, but it's still a concern. I'm sure this is on everyone's mind. Like, is this already a pre-story that they're gonna follow from the script, like from Telltale? Like, okay, we give it to you. We're gonna give you the story that we didn't get to finish yet, or we already did finish, or it's a story not even completed and they have to do the rest by scratch. So it's like, okay, are they not gonna mess the story up? Because I never really played Wolf Among Us. I don't know what goes on there, but like, it's just like, okay, because if I did play the game first and I enjoyed it. So I'm like, okay, what's the story going to be? Is the story going to make sense? Is it going to be good? Is it going to be worth watching? They're going to revive it, but, they need to step it up. They need to bring it if they're going to revive it because that's a pretty big deal, especially for a lot of diehard fans. That is kind of my concern. I'm sure that's your concern as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so I think
definitely. Like, I'm very curious on that as well. If what if Telltale's already? Yep.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right. Now I was very curious too myself. I was wondering if if they already had the scope Among Us, like season 2. Like if they did, then what happened to it? This new company. Their name is too funny. I'm not gonna say it. That if they
Galaxy Pest Control,
bought, like the rights to them and they're continuing it, will they continue with the same script? Yeah, if they'll continue with the same script, or will they completely? Or will they completely write and continue with a new script? But of course, they'll continue where the story left off. Yeah, that's one thing I'm curious about. So it could go either way. But it sounds like either way they'll continue where season 1 left off, and even Batman they'll continue where season 2 left off.
Fair enough. Because if there's already a pre-script for the rest of the season 1 and then pre-script for Batman season 2, then it shouldn't really be an issue. It's just anything they may have to recreate. Like obviously, I never heard of freaking Galaxy Pest Control, but how long? Are they a new company or they've always existed? And if they have always existed, how was their storytelling with their games?
I don't know.
Like now I'm curious because I literally never heard of them. They sound like a new company.
Yeah.
So like
Well, it
someone
says
just go ahead.
it says that they worked with licensed properties as Duck Dynasty.
Ah, okay.
So it
So
sounds like they're not really so much into games, but like maybe because like Telltale Games. Go ahead.
no. Go ahead. I'll wait for you.
I was gonna say because like Telltale Games is more of a literally story driven game. Like it's not really like it's not like God of War or anything like that where there's constant action or anything. And it's like free mobile. It's a story based game where you move around, or
Mm-hmm.
based off where the story is taking you, and you make these choices, and your choices tell out the story. So like it sounds like maybe if anything, Galaxy Pest Control, how like they have in like they have licensed properties along with like Duck Dynasty and Power Rangers. Maybe they saw this as an opportunity to tell stories throughout video game ones. That's what it sounds like to me.
Fair enough. And like I said, like I don't know if they already have a pre-script or they have to make a new script, but it sounds like they have to be pretty high art in storytelling if they're gonna pull that off. Because when it comes to reviving something, the worst thing you want to do is let the fans down and make it seem like it was for nothing. So that's just like, I just hope they know what they're doing, and I just hope they do those games justice. Like I said, I never really played Wolf Among Us. Those type of games I not really care for. I want something with a story, but I want something to actually do. And in my opinion, those games don't appeal to me. But maybe I'll check it out in the future. Maybe I'll have a different opinion on that. I'll keep you guys posted on that. But all I'm gonna say is, DPC. Maybe I will. I just have to check it out. But GPC, I hope they live up to expectations, because don't revive it back and then get our hopes up, and then we get shit for our money. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's pretty much my thought on it.
I would say I would recommend for you though, dude, that all right. I would recommend though for you though, if you do end up eventually playing it, and say if you want to like say live stream it on your channel or something, be careful, because there is one scene in the season where there is nudity.
Oh, that don't faze me.
So I would be careful on that.
Okay, that don't faze me. I've seen so much worse in the past.
But no, I mean but I'm saying more so wise if you.
Oh, copyright.
No, I'm saying more so if you do end up like say playing it and you decide to live stream it, yeah, or like just live streaming it in general. If you live stream it, be careful because of this one scene in general. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't know how that would slide. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I understand what you meant. I thought it was like kind of a weird visual, but I'm like, oh, I can handle weird visual, but copyright, yeah, that's a different story. That I'll definitely.
No.
Yeah. But I completely understand. I'll take note of that. Because I don't want to because copyright sucks. It's been kind of out of control lately. So I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll definitely keep that in mind. So any further thoughts?
Yeah. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. I hope there'll be more news. Yeah. I'm pretty excited about it. I hope they'll continue. I hope we'll get more updates on that. Like to where, as a fan of the Wolf Among Us Telltale series, I hope there will be more showings of like just news updates on it, because I absolutely love the game. I'm looking forward to see what they do. I'm even hoping they even can try to maybe do more like games genres like this kind of way of the game wise of the choices of it, like just story based, because I'm a fan of those kind of games. For the Batman one, I hope they continue that as well, because I am a fan of that. I have yet to actually finish season 2, so I gotta eventually finish that. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about it.
Right on. Are there any other games that you're looking forward to from that company, or anything, or just those two games?
Even if they continue, say if they brought in a season 2, the Guardians of the Galaxy, that would be cool. Because I was a fan of that one. I feel like it would be kind of hard if I wanted to live stream it just to show my choices I made. I'm a little worried that I would get copyright on it, because there is a lot of music in the game. Fair enough. I feel like if I decided to show my choices that I made, I would have to like yeah, I would have to record it and edit it myself personally.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Or
But
if
I
anything,
do hope they continue that one as well because I was a fan of that one.
okay. I was gonna say, fair enough. You can always just stream it on Twitch. They really can't touch you on Twitch when it comes to the music. So that's one thing you can do, and I think you can simultaneously put it on Twitch and on YouTube at the same time. I'm pretty sure I told you can do that. So so if you do it on Twitch and have people follow you on Twitch, it's a good way, to. It's a good way to play those type of games without having to worry about. You can do whatever you want because I don't think you can get copyrighted on Twitch as far as I can tell. So that option is there for you if you want to, if you want to do a gaming, that's probably where it's best to be. So that way you don't have to worry too much about the with the copyrights and stuff like that. So that's definitely I would consider. But as far as like Minecraft and like stuff that doesn't have too much copyright content in it, I think it'll be alright.
I'll definitely check that out.
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely. And I think it's for a game like that, for a game, like that, it's really gonna, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that, and those were basically all the topics I had for today. That was cool. I don't know, you got anything else you want to say?
No, that's about it, man. This was fantastic. I really enjoyed this.
Yeah, dude, me too. Thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it.
No problem,
for those
man.
of you that do end up watching this later on, I do have a link in the description down below for Ivan's channel. I really appreciate you coming on, and let me know in the comments down below how you all thought about the idea of talking about all of this. Like, just like this idea that I came up with, where just talk about certain topics, like in the like movie wise, video games, like comic book wise, like just this little idea of a genre. Let me know in the comments down below how you all thought. And like I said, don't forget to go to Ivan's channel, like, share, and subscribe on his channel as well, all his content. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe here. And until the next video, whatever it is that I do, I got anything else to say, Ivan, before we go?
Yeah, well, first and foremost, let me just say, this is a fantastic content for your channel, and I thoroughly enjoyed this a lot. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this too. If you guys enjoyed, please let my man know in the comment section down below. Hey, I want to see more of this. Maybe you can bring in other people. Because this guy's part of my crew. I support him, so I literally took time out of doing all my chores for this. But that's fine because all my chores can wait. All the yelling can wait because I'm doing this for my dudes. So
appreciate that. Yes.
Anytime, homie. Anytime. But yeah, as I said, guys, I hope you all enjoy it, and please look forward to the next one because we may do this again. Anytime, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. And with that out of the way, I hope you all enjoyed. Like, share, and subscribe. And until the next one, everybody, stay true, and we will be too. Bye, everybody.
Yes. Peace, everybody. I think it was.
We are good.